Hello honeys and welcome home. My name is Thandolwethu Madliwa, aka Auntie Titi, and today I will be talking about the 3 things that I really learned and that aided me in being able to having the friendships that I have today, which are so sound, so supportive, and so loving. Number 1, you can't be friends with people who make you feel unsafe or who make you feel unheard or unseen. Whenever there's a time where you feel like you are overlooked by a friend, where you feel like you are constantly pouring and they just receive and never pour back into you, that is when you need to take several steps back. Start looking at all the people who love you out loud, not the people you want to love you out loud. There are so many people just loving on you, just praying for you, just supporting you in the background, cheering for you. And sometimes it's not the people we always expect it to be. Feeling unsafe in a friendship looks like having to lie. Always lying about your finances, about where you are in life, about the job that you work, about the person that you're dating. Always having to embellish stories in order to prove yourself to these people that you are worthy of being seen, of being loved, and of being heard. The people that are meant for you, your real soul tribe, they already see you. They already hear you. They already love you. And they already know how talented, how amazing you are, how great of a friend you are. You never have to prove your worth and who you are to those people. And those are the people that you should always gravitate towards. And this goes both ways. Sometimes nawe as umuntu kumele yabo nuka amakhwapha, because sometimes maybe you are the person that's making people feel unsafe. Maybe there's something about you, and that is something that you should start working on. So going forward, if you ever have to prove yourself to someone, always be the one reaching out and they never reach out. Take a few steps back and focus on the people that are focusing on you. Be an ear more than you are a psychologist. That's tip number 2, coming in hot. When I say be an ear more than you are a psychologist, what I mean is be quick to listen and slow to speak. At the beginning of a friendship, in the middle of a friendship, and even at the end. And let me tell you why. People are always telling on themselves their true characters, who they are, and what vision they hold for themselves in the future. So always be quick to listen, slow to speak. Further on in the friendship, it's very important to not always be the sound friend. Sometimes people just need someone to listen. That's all. And if you have a friend that's always asking you for advice, but never giving you any, or never really supporting you, you need to start charging. Because basically, you're their psychologist. So start charging. Friendships are about pouring into one person and the same person pouring back into you. It's a balance. Yin yang. Tip number 3, speak up. Speak up for yourself. Whenever you feel hard done by a friend or you feel misunderstood, speak up. Don't be silent. Don't be quiet. Don't be passive aggressive. Don't hold in those emotions, because you know what happens to emotions that are bottled up? They tend to want to come out, and they come out in the nastiest way. Usually presents itself as anger, and once we speak with anger, we don't speak with kindness. Kindness is outside. So it is very important to speak up for yourself. Speak up, try to reach a resolution, and to be honest, make sure whatever it was that you were unhappy about doesn't happen again. Because if it continuously happens, that means your friend didn't hear you and they actually just dismissed you but wanted to keep you around anyway. Make time for your friends. Make time to speak to your friends at least once a week. Make time for your friends. Time in any relationship is so important. It doesn't cost a thing. We're always on our phones. We all have data. We all have airtime. So call your friend. Check in on them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them about their family. Always, always make time for your friends. And make time for anyone that you really care and love. That you really care for. Sorry. And love. Remember, you're not perfect, and neither are they. No one is perfect in this life. We all just strive to do our best and be our best. And I think that's the most important thing. Everyone in your circle and around you and in your life should be striving to be the best and kindest version of themselves, because it inspires and pushes you to be the kindest and honest, the most honest version of yourself. Now time for Ezwe. Money is very important in a friendship, but it's not about how much money. It's about what you guys do with the money that you have. Yes, we all want to take fabulous vacations with our friends, get out of town or go overseas and all of these lavish things. And the time for that will come. But it doesn't mean just because the money for those things is not here right now that you can't enjoy yourselves with your friends at the level at which you are at. Take a road trip. Khwelani bus, bukishani PNP. Make those memories. Memories are so important in this life because nothing is guaranteed. Love yourself more than you love your friends. You can't give something you don't have. Self-love is the most important thing. The relationship that you have with self is what actually catapults you into the friendships that you are in. Catapults you. Was that the right word? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you don't love yourself, you can't truly love others. If you don't know yourself, you can't truly get to know others, because everything is fleeting to you and everything is for a particular reason. You may be friends with people now just for money. And guess what? Those are the type of people you're going to attract back. People who are with you for what you have. Don't overstay your welcome. Don't stay in a friendship that has been dead for years just because you guys have known each other since grade 1. It's really not worth it, my love. Let it go. Cut all ties and look forward to the new. Gifting is a love language in any relationship, but always gift what you can afford. Everything holds sentimental value when it comes from someone you love. I remember in high school, there was a year where I was getting everyone coffee mugs for their birthdays. And I can bet you now, those people are still having tea and coffee with those mugs. And I bet you I crossed their minds. These are just some of the few things that I've learned. And I know you're probably sitting there going, oh, well, I also knew this. But how much are we applying these things on a day-to-day basis? We know it, but we just store it away and we leave it there. And then we cry wolf when we find ourselves in toxic friendships. It's so important to always be discerning and to always be doing the work. And since it is the month of love, I just want to love on my friends right now, in this moment. I regard all my friends as my siblings. And it has been a difficult time for myself and my family. However, I have been so blessed with the friends that I have. I had a friend who was with me through the entire process of my grieving. Even before I started grieving, she was with me. And I can never thank her enough. I actually feel so compelled to even give her a shout out. Shout out to Dr. Khone. She knows who she is, and I love you so very, very much. Thank you for loving me all these years. Thank you for being my friend. She has known me for a very, very, very long time, and never once has she judged me. Never once have I felt unsafe around her, and she has always shown up for me when I've needed her, and I believe I've done the same for her. So I just want to say, shout out to Dr. Khone, and thank you to the Khone family for holding me down. I love you in deeps. Look at all my other friends going, Maratina, why? Why? Not just for my shout outs. Listen, my sisters know who they are. My sisters from Clarendon primary, all the way to high school, all the way to today. My sisters from the village know who they are. And shout out to the village. I wish I could list you all, but I feel like I might forget someone, and I don't want to do that. Shout out to the village. Honestly, we call ourselves the village, okay? I'm not mispronouncing village. We call ourselves the village, and you guys are my village. And you have saved me so many times from my own self-destruction. Sometimes we self-destruct and sometimes we self-sabotage. And during a time where I felt like I had no one, and during a time where I felt unheard and unseen, I met these amazing people that had my back. And now I'm also feeling compelled to name them. But I will not do that because I get it, we are bots. They call us bots on that other app, so I will not do that. I'm just so grateful to have you guys in my life and to be able to call you guys my friends. Every single one of you. Every single person who was not just there for me when I was grieving, but every single person who has made me feel seen, made me feel loved, and made me feel appreciated. I honestly am so grateful because you've played such a big part in making me who I am today. Friendship is a very, very beautiful thing. And when you find good people, when you find honest and amazing friends, hold on to them. I really don't want to cry, but hold on to your friends. Because life is not promised. And we need our friends. We need friends. Yes, family is amazing and family is great. But we need friends. And always remember that. But the most amazing and the most beautiful and the most important friendship that you can ever have is the one that you have with self. Thank you guys so much for checking in with part 2. I was so nervous about this. Please leave some tips that you've learned along the way in acquiring and having strong, sound, and healthy friendships. Leave comments, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you so much for all the encouragement. Thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. I really don't take it lightly. It has taken me a long time to start a YouTube channel because I didn't feel good about myself. And I'm finally at a point where my team's good, I'm good, and I feel good. So thank you for all the love that you send my way each and every day. It truly does help me each and every second of each day. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait for our next video. Until we meet again.